Hi folks, I'm in Hammond, Louisiana. I got a call to take a look at some bees, and I just threw a few things in the car because my truck is actually in the shop getting some recalls taken care of. And I messed around and figured I could do this job real quick. I'm gonna show you these bees in a second, but this is gonna be a removal video. Yep, Hammond, Louisiana. It's May 17th, and off we go. These bees moved in Thursday. I got a call. And who I get a call from?
Hi,
And
Angela Martin.
Angela Martin. And you saw these things when?
Thursday afternoon.
They came
around 4 o'clock.
And they just came into your garage and got all over your wall?
All over the wall, and then I started seeing them go in the hole of my shampoo bowl.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to get these bees out for her. And they just moved in Thursday.
Most appreciative. My grandbabies will love you.
Alrighty, so here it is. I'm going to take this off. Her husband already pulled the screws out. So I'm going to pull this off. We're going to get busy. We're going to go in from the side so I don't have to pull the sink. And they have comb built up in here. So I'm not going to worry too much of finding the queen. I just need to get in, get out so they can get these folks back to their house. So here we go. Alright, so their entrance is right here in the pipe. So just so everybody talks about putting swarm traps up high, no reason. This swarm moved in inside our garage. We're 10 feet in the garage and into that hole. So let's take this apart. So I know they're fastened to the top, so I really don't want to pull it out just yet. I want to start getting ready to vacuum bees with our everything vac. Oh, there's a lot of bees in here.
There's thousands of them in there. I peeked in there last night when they was all in there and mellow. About 9 o'clock.
We're going to get these off first. That's pretty high. It's hot out too, so we got to be careful. Go ahead and get all these numbers down. That's what we're doing now. Get the numbers down. And we're going to go into the comb. I'll show you the comb in a minute. Oh no, I got a little one, but I just want to get them out of your hair. They're going to be around for a little while. The rest of them that are out foraging, so you're still going to see some bees coming in, but we'll get this nest out of here and those will die out. Right, they'll come in, hang out, wonder where she's at. Nothing will be happening. They'll eventually just die out because they'll be in the garage. They won't make it. Here we go. So here's the shot of them right here. There's the shot we got. They're building some comb at the top. This is a new nest, so I'm gonna suck them all off of these wires. Not gonna be able to take you in here, and then I'm gonna pull the top off, but they're on all the walls, so we need to get all of them off of there. I don't have my regular light with me, so we're going to suck most of these out, and there's a little bit, about 4 combs maybe in the back. Very new nest. My goodness. I guess you did see a lot of bees.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow. Holy moly. That's a lot of bees. So, what we're going to do I'll pop this top off, and I was knocking just big giant wads of them down, and I can't get to them. So the best thing to do is just take this lid off. There's just giant wads of bees. This is a huge, the comb is not that old. It's just a huge nest. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna stick it right back here where I can vacuum these off. Like, the queen could be anywhere. She may not necessarily be on the comb, but just because there's so many clusters of them, this is gigantic. That comb is it's bending already. So I'm gonna there it goes. Oh, that's what I knew it was gonna do. So it broke, which I knew it would do. All right, let's see if we can look for a queen and hope we didn't crush her. I bet I vacuumed. It's a 5 pounds of bees, easy. There goes the other piece. Nothing to band up. This out of here. Gotta hope we didn't clean when it fell, but we knew it was gonna fall. There's no way to get it out loud. It's too new. But it's also light, so she could have been anywhere. This cluster is huge. And it's too soft to even pick up and hold and vacuum. We're just going to vacuum and call it a day. Alright, here's where we're at. There's a pile of them in there still, and a pile of them here. And look, there were gobs of honeybees, just huge mounds of them inside there. Just, what you call it, festooning and everything. It looked like wires they were on. They weren't on wires, it was the bees. So I'm just going to vacuum. I probably got her. She was probably in all that. She may have been in this comb and ran. Maybe we squashed her in the comb when it fell. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of dead bees from when it flipped over, but we're going to just vacuum and get them all out. Alright, it's pretty much just a vacuum test now. I'm going to shoot some of this repellent down in here in the bottom, because I do have a little bit of action right down there. I do not believe the queen is in there, but just in case she is, there is a wad of bees behind a little on-demand water heater. That should push them up, and we'll see if she comes up, if she is in there. Otherwise, I don't think they're in there. I think we're done. It's just going to be a matter of vacuuming them all out. Here they come. They're coming on up. It's really all that's left in there. This is a massive wad of bees. I got to get them back soon out of this vac. But I don't think she's in there, honestly. There were so many bees. This is almost like vacuuming up a swarm. It really was. It was nothing like a removal. There were 3 pieces of comb, small. Got them out, but I'm gonna watch. She might come up. Nah, she's in there, I think. I hadn't seen her. Anyway, I think they're out of here. We got them all out. There are no more bees in here. This was almost a swarm removal. It was a removal, but they're out. It took me about an hour and a half, I'd say, by the time I did it. It was a ton of vacuuming. So what I've done is they were all gathering up in here trying to go back up into here. So what the goal was is they were attracted to that vent coming off the vacuum. Obviously the field bees are still going here. But what I did was move this out and keep it running. And now they're all hovering right here. They can smell either the queen or the rest of their colony in there. So what I'm going to do is vacuum them up, and we got to get them out of here quick because there are a lot of bees and they're going to overheat. But I'm going to put them in air conditioned, get them home, and put them in a box. And I'll show you how I do that when I get there. They're all over this. I think the camera's getting hot. You can't see them in here, but there. That's 3 or 4 pounds of bees. I don't know if you can see them in there.
Oh my God. Yeah, the bucket is almost full to the
That's
top.
a full. That is a full
the
bucket.
top.
Yeah, we're gonna keep them ventilated here, and they'll come down.
That is full to the top.
Yeah, we gotta keep it running so that they get ventilation.
Right.
And I'm gonna put them in the air conditioning in the car, but I want to keep this running a little bit longer. I don't know if you heard it, but you did what?
I stuck that red toad on my head to go in my refrigerator to get a beer Thursday afternoon.
She wouldn't even go in. She put a toad on her head. But that's a lot of bees, and that's probably frightening for somebody that doesn't know bees. I mean, you know, I know bees, right?
That was
So-
wall-to-wall bees all on my back wall.
Are you happy they're gone?
Yes, very happy.
And I asked her, did she spray them? And she said, yeah, she did vinegar and...
Water, diluted the vinegar,
Right.
white vinegar and water. I seen it on the video, so I did to deter them.
See?
But it actually killed a few, so I stopped.
There you go. See, and that's what we ask people, do they spray them? They'll put insecticide in there and say, no, I didn't spray them. Well, we don't know, so we can't use the comb. But she did the right thing. She tried to repel them and didn't work. So she called Billy. Billy calls me about bees. I give the people opportunity if they want them removed or not, and off we go. So I'm happy we got them out for her.
And I'm very happy.
Well, I think we got them. Well, you can see in the air, there's not many left in the air. They're all down on the back. We've sucked them all up. So I think we got her set. She's going to have to deal with the few foragers that are coming back tonight. No sign of the queen, but again, I didn't look for the queen. It was too massive in there to even bother, too small of a space, and I just wanted to get them out of here for her. This was last minute. I had no plans to come in and doing it, but just come in evaluating and let her know what to do. But when I saw what we saw, I decided to go ahead and do it. So you know me, it's not a how-to, it's a how I do. Don't ever do what I do. You can really get yourself in a jam. But anyway. Hey folks, I'm on my way out of there. I wasn't going to remove that, and then I looked in and said, well, we can just suck these out. They weren't really, I saw some comb up in there, didn't know how many sheets of it were. I saw a bunch of, looked like wires with bees around it. It turned out that was bees festooning. That thing was way bigger than I thought it was. There wasn't no sense in even bothering trying to find the queen in that thing. It was too tight of quarters. It was a last minute deal, and honestly, I gotta get home. That bucket is full. It's probably too many. I need to set it on its side actually, but I got it ice cold in here and got them cooling down. and it is full of bees. So I don't need them to overheat. I need to hurry home. I'm probably 25 to 35 minutes from home, so I got to get moving. But I got over there and said, hey, let's get these out. I got my equipment with me, and so off I went. I got them out. There's a spot right there. That old lot right there, there used to be a house there burned down. I took bees out of that years ago. It's gone now. But there's a lot of bees around here where I'm at. I'm basically in Albany. It's considered Hammond, but Albany, Louisiana, but is right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the house. Whoo, folks, it's hot. I'm out here and I'm into the trees where my little nuke yard is. That big old swarm I caught the other day I put here, I'm actually gonna put a super on it. But look, here's what I got figured out. I didn't find the queen, so I'm gonna put an excluder in the bottom. What I did was, I cut it out to where it'll fit these little tabs. Put some steel wool in the larger holes. I don't want this queen to be able to get out. See, it's a little larger. So I'll stuff this in there. Actually, I might fill those two as well. And then I'm gonna put the box on top. The heat index is in the area of hot. Oh my gosh, it's humid. I've only reason I'm doing this excluder like this is I haven't given them but 3 drawn combs. I'm not digging in anything. Honey should be flowing. I'm not messing with hives. I'm not digging around looking for any comb. I'm sorry, brood. I'm not doing it. What I'm gonna do is give them 3 drawn. And here's the device I'm gonna use. David from the Marion County Beekeepers gave me this. Gave Joey and I one each. And it's you saw my board with a hole. Well, he took it a step further. And so this thing is made like a migratory lid. See with the chocks. It can go on a nuke as well. That's why there's a 5-frame opening. And man, it fits perfect on here. Look at there. Now the bees are gonna have to wind their way on down. They may get up in here a little bit in this gap, but that's not a big deal. We'll get them on out with smoke. But I'm gonna flip this thing over. Folks, this is a bucket of bees. This thing is heavy. I guarantee you it's between 3 and 5 pounds of bees. This thing is huge. I had to get here quick. I had the AC pointed at these things. I'm gonna throw a veil on just in case. They were docile bees, but they were a swarm. So what I'm gonna do is take this strap off of here, my little strap that I got. Gosh, this thing is heavy. Smoke them, bang them, flip them. That's what we're gonna do. Smoke them, bang them, flip them. That's how I do bees sometimes. Gonna get this off, out of the way. Smoke them down. Gosh, it's heavy. I can't get over how heavy this thing is. There you go. That's a box of bees or a bucket of bees. Look at it. It's up to the top of this valve right here, folks. So what we're gonna do, instead of just dumping them all in like that, we're just gonna flip it. It sits in there nice and light. To make sure I didn't have a queen on this as I threw it off to the side. That was dumb. I threw this off to the side, but surely she wasn't on top. I'm fairly certain I vacuumed her up. I need to get an updated bucket. I need to get the bucket with the screen on the bottom too. That's a lot of bees. That's a pretty cool little gig I got there with that thing. Thank you, David, so much. Thank you so much for that. I need to paint it. It won't stay on long, but I still need to paint it. That's all she wrote. It's in the box. We'll see how that fares. They're gonna have to go on the comb and build from there. Hopefully they stay. Got some nice double wax foundation in there. The flow is on. They should be good. So I'll come check on them a couple days and see where they're at. Make sure they're all out of the bucket. And we'll call it a capture. Take that excluder out too, because the drones are gonna wanna come and go. But I'll leave it on there until I see them actually latch hold of that and wanna stay. Well, folks, it's the next day and I have to hurry up here. I got a dead battery. That's right, dead battery. This whole bucket top slips down inside here, and let's see what it did, because upside down, are they still wanting to stay in here? This was a lot of bees. They've begun cleaning. I don't see a lot of dead being drawn out. That's a good thing. Or of course the ants would have got them by now anyway. There's some stuff being picked up by them. There's an excluder in here. I want to see if the queen will start laying, and then we'll let that get that out. And let's look inside and see how they came out of this bucket. This is so easy, no shaking and bees everywhere. I just flipped it over as you saw and put it in the hole, and it fits nice and not snug, it just lays down in there nice. Let's just lift it and see what we got first. That's what I was afraid of, was this, but that's all right. Wow. They're just on the edge though. Oh, they fell in. Yeah, so the bucket's for the most part empty. I don't want to, yeah, it's almost all the way empty. You're just on the edge. So what I'm going to do is, there we go. A few in there. They'll come out. Of course, we don't want the queen in there. And we never did spot the queen, but I'm pretty sure we sucked her up. And I'll lay this right here. And then this lid just comes off, and they've flat sure got in here after this comb. Look, this thing is massive. This has been a day, and they're wanting to build in here. See the comb? So it's definitely not a tool you would leave in here, which I know that, but what I'm going to do, see if I can smoke them down out of here. And watch that a queen doesn't pop out. I got a cage nearby, and just make sure a queen doesn't pop out. Yep, they're going. Let me get you in here and see. There they go. Keeping my eyes on the lid. Make sure a queen doesn't pop out, because if she does, we got to be quick. She's in flight mode, because this is basically a swarm. Pull this comb out of here. No eggs in there. Queens will lay eggs in small stuff like that as they build it too. They're going down. The rest are flying off. So what I'm going to do, shake them out now. And they're almost all out of the bucket now. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, they all went down for the most part. So I'm gonna look for a queen, and I'm gonna put a lid on here. I meant to grab one of my good lids and I didn't. Get a lid on there. We're gonna let them calm down, folks. Let them calm down. Wow, the air coming off of those bees fanning is incredible. They're all out of the bucket. Well, I say that, most all of them. And here they go. I can't wait to look at that swarm when we get them all settled down. I don't want to open them now. I want them to get back in there and get accustomed to it. Because again, I didn't put any brood or anything in. I just hoped for the best on the queen and stuck them in there. All right, that's all I'm going to do. That was a job complete. Got to take this in and put it back in the BRV. I hope you guys got a BRV. You know what that is, right? A bee response vehicle. Folks, I couldn't go without showing you this. They've settled down. I was messing with some nukes, packing my gear up. Had some nukes to get ready for sale tomorrow, and they're settled down. So I wanted to look in the bottom, see if I seen a lot of dead, because they were really thick in that bucket. I kept them cool, kept the AC on them, kept the motor running for the longest while I was in there, and just wanted to be sure I didn't smother any. They're filling these frames. So I want to show you. This has been so what time is it now? So less than 24 hours. You know how swarms like to build out. I'm only a couple frames in, but I pulled this one out and I wanted to show it to you. We're less than 24 hours out. And I'm curious what they've done with the drawn I gave them. I gave them 3 drawn. This thing is pretty massive. And I guess I'm so surprised. This would be a March swarm. April. This is some old drone layer comb. They've unloaded their nectar that they had with them. So obviously they didn't have it all unloaded at the new location. Maybe they did go get some, but it's been less than 24 hours. It's been cloudy today. So they're gonna clean all this old drone laying comb up. And I don't see, I don't see any dead bees on the bottom, very few on the bottom at all. There's an excluder down there, that's how I can tell. And with a swarm this size, I don't know, they may have had a few queens that were still surviving because they literally had just been in there 2 days. But I suspect they got one mated queen in here somewhere if she is here, if we sucked her up, and I'm sure we did. We're trying to find her. I'm not going to search too hard. I just wanted to show you. This is a massive colony for a middle of May swarm. Just absolutely massive. Then again, and those are 3 drawn, and everything was brand new double wax foundation. That's it. And you know swarms. Look, less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. They are ready to get back to work. These bees are. All right, there you go. It's kind of a follow-up on what we got going on. I'm gonna put them back together. Let them get calmed down, and I'll come back in a few days and I'll see if they got eggs in here. Probably next week. Just give them a week to settle down and get, that way I can get that excluder out. Building comb and drawing out comb, but building that comb in that lid, that's a good sign. Anytime they build comb, they want to stay normally. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate all you guys watching. I really, really do. Sperry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful week. May God bless you. We'll see y'all later.